As we approach yet another round of political debates, it's time to address a fundamental question. If you're waiting for a debate to decide who you're voting for, perhaps you should just sit this one out. The choice between Donald Trump and Joe Biden should be very clear by now, and if it's not, a 2-hour TV event isn't going to change that. We've had almost a half-century of Joe Biden in public office. That's 48 years of observing his policies, his decisions, and his performance. Compare that to Donald Trump's relatively brief but impactful tenure, 9 years in the political spotlight, including his presidency. What more evidence do you need? Under Joe Biden's leadership, we've witnessed a declining mental state, an economic downturn, a disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, and a border crisis that spiraled out of control. The Biden administration's handling of these issues has been nothing short of catastrophic. Let's delve into some of the details. Biden's cognitive decline has been painfully evident over the last few months. Stumbling through speeches, forgetting names, and losing his train of thought, still boarding at the station, have become regular occurrences. This isn't a matter of political bias, it's a matter of national security. Can we trust someone in such a fragile mental state to handle the immense pressures of the presidency? I don't think so, and I think you agree with me if you're being honest. The economy under Biden has been a roller coaster of instability. Inflation has soared, gas prices have hit record highs, and supply chain issues have crippled businesses. The Federal Reserve's policies have done little to curb the rising costs, and the dollar's strength is faltering on the global stage. Under Trump, the economy flourished. Despite his infamous mean tweets, Trump's policies spurred a thriving economy. Unemployment rates were at historic lows, wages were rising, and America was energy independent. But COVID, always COVID. What more could you ask for before COVID? Because we've got to bake it into the pie. Energy prices under Biden have been a nightmare for American families. The administration's push towards green energy, while noble in intent, has led to skyrocketing costs at the pump and higher heating bills. The once robust American energy sector, rejuvenated under Trump, has faced crippling regulations in an uncertain future from Biden. Trump achieved energy independence, reducing reliance on foreign oil and keeping energy prices low. This fostered economic stability and growth. The Federal Reserve's response to the economic challenges has been inadequate under Biden. The continuous printing of money has led to devaluation of the dollar, which, coupled with soaring national debt, threatens long-term economic stability. Never mind the fact that interest rates are so high and the housing market has low inventory because people just won't sell. Trump, on the other hand, managed a robust fiscal policy that included significant tax cuts and regulatory rollbacks, spurring business investments and economic growth, and a housing boom. Let's talk about Afghanistan. Biden's handling of the withdrawal was an unmitigated disaster. The world watched in horror as the Taliban swiftly took control. American citizens and allies were stranded, and 13 U.S. service members lost their lives in a tragic bombing. Compare this to Trump's approach of negotiating from a position of strength, making it clear that any threat would be met with overwhelming force. The difference is stark. The border crisis is another glaring failure of the Biden administration. Under Trump, the border was more secure than it had been in decades. The construction of the wall, coupled with strict immigration policies, significantly reduced illegal crossings. In contrast, Biden's lax approach has led to record numbers of illegal immigrants pouring into the country, straining resources and compromising security. We're seeing more and more Americans harmed by illegal immigrants, even though we're told that that's xenophobic to say so. The collapse of the petrodollar is another catastrophe under Biden's watch. For decades, the strength of the U.S. dollar has been bolstered by its status as the world's reserve currency, primarily used in global oil transactions. This foundation is now under threat as nations explore alternatives. Saudi Arabia leaves the fold, diminishing the dollar's dominance and further destabilizing the economy. Under Trump, the U.S. maintained its stronghold on the global financial stage, reinforcing the dollar's dominance. Supply chain issues have also been rampant under Biden. Persistent disruptions have led to shortages and inflated prices on everyday goods, affecting both businesses and consumers. Under Trump, in contrast, he maintained a more stable supply chain, ensuring that goods moved efficiently across the country and globally, even though Biden can't even tell you what a supply chain is. Healthcare under Biden remains a significant challenge. Despite promises to improve the system, healthcare remains expensive and inaccessible for many Americans. Under Trump, there were significant strides made towards reducing drug prices and increasing transparency in healthcare pricing, let alone what he did for the VA, which empowered consumers to make better choices. Even though Biden will just let the bill expire and slap his name on it, it was Trump's work and we know it. Now let's address the elephant in the room, Trump's demeanor. Yes, he's brash. Yes, he's direct. But let's not forget that he gets things done. Trump's mean tweets pale in comparison to the tangible results he delivered. Trump's presidency saw record low unemployment rates across various demographics, including African Americans, Hispanics, and women. His renegotiation of the trade deals, most notably the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, also known as the USMCA, brought fairer terms for American workers and boosted the economy. Unlike his predecessors, Trump did not start any new wars, focusing instead on bringing troops home and negotiating peace deals, a stark contrast to Biden's chaotic foreign policy. Trump reformed the Veterans Affairs, the VA, signing the VA Accountability Act, which improved services and accountability within the Department of Veteran Affairs. He also achieved significant criminal justice reform with the First Step Act, which brought meaningful changes to sentencing laws. It reduced recidivism and provided second chances for African Americans and all Americans, not just policy for one race, like Democrats. In the realm of foreign policy, Trump brokered the Abraham Accords, normalizing relations between Israel and several Arab nations. It was a historic step towards peace in the Middle East. His Tax Cuts and Jobs Act provided significant tax relief for middle-class Americans and spurred business investments. 17 out of 17 tax brackets all paid less under Donald Trump. Watching the upcoming debate will be as enlightening as watching reruns of your favorite show. You already know what happens, so why are we pretending otherwise? Trump will be attacked from all sides, and Biden will lie just as he did in 2020. Remember Biden's claim that Hunter's laptop was Russian disinformation? Or his promise to ban fracking, to not ban fracking, and then reestablish coal? Or his denial of any financial ties to China? How about those? All lies. And let's not forget the revelation of the Biden family's shady dealings with foreign entities. Debates have become a charade, a spectacle for the media rather than a platform for meaningful discourse. Victory will be claimed by both sides, and the pundits will pretend it's important, and the spin room will spin as always. But we all know the truth. There's only one candidate who is the clear choice for America, and it's not the man who has driven the country into a state of disarray. It's the man who, despite his flaws, has shown that he can lead, that he can deliver results, and that he has America's best interests at heart. Trump doesn't sugarcoat the truth, he tells it like it is, and sometimes the truth hurts. But I would rather be uncomfortable with the truth than feel like I have shingles in a fiberglass plant because of comforting lies. So if you're still waiting for a debate to make up your mind, consider sitting this one out. You already know who you're voting for. Stop pretending otherwise. This debate won't change your mind, and it won't change the outcome. The real choice is clear, and it's time to stop the charade. The candidate who will lead America back to greatness isn't the one who has sunk us into oblivion. It's the one who isn't afraid to tell us what we need to hear, even if it makes us uncomfortable. Folks, thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me Show. My name is Matthew Spearman, the host of Don't Unfriend Me. We'll be on tonight at 7 o'clock. Can't wait to see you. Thursday, we will have the debates live. Can't wait to do that as well, even though we all know how it ends. Have a good night, and God bless.
Adjusting transmitter output. This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, Olivia, and Mike. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on the Spreely.tv network and all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.